Have you ever wanted to be an astronaut and then see a star? Have you ever wondered what it is like to be an astronaut and be the first to see a ginormous star? I bet, and maybe also you too, that it will be too high. You will probably burn to a crisp. You want, you would want to see a star, right? In this video, I will teach you about star death, star structure, and star birth. I bet you don't even dare come below 15 light years away from one after this video. Well, stars are very, very big. But what is a star made of that makes it big? Well, a star structure is what the star is made up of, obviously. And what's inside that helps it stay alive and glow like a regular huge star. For starters, a star is a massive glowing ball filled with hot gas, and believe it or not, the gas inside the star is actually hydrogen. Hydrogen is flammable gas that collapses with with the star's gravity. This the star's gravity actually doesn't help it stay stable. It actually pulls it. This gravity that the star has helps the rotating planet of the star rotate, just like how the Earth rotates around the star. If there wasn't hydrogen and pulling gravity in the star would have no light and collapse into the planet that is rotating around it, and then get destroyed into a supernova. Actually, it is stronger. It is an explosion, stronger than a supernova called a hypernova. It is a powerful explosion that will crush anything and whatever is in their path will vanish. But the hypernova will crush even more stuff with farther distance at least 30, 50 light years far and will crush anything in its path. While stars will actually get bigger. Yeah, while stars' life passes, then their gravitational force toward the planet will have its losses and the planet will be farther away from the rotating around the star, which is very important. Or the planet will just float around in space and crash into anything, and since planets aren't stronger that than much things in space, then they will be destroyed. To prevent that, the star must expand to get closer to the planet.
Stop. Go.
Luckily, while a star is older, the more hydrogen they will start to lose, which isn't very a good thing, but it helps it expand. It helps it expand because while the hydrogen is losing, the star must produce heat to support itself. Since it cannot live without hydrogen, and then they will produce heat inside the star by using the white dwarf inside. With temperatures hotter than the sun, then, since temperature is trapped inside the star will expand just like your stomach when you're eating food. Then it will become red just like when you're sweating, when you're hot. Then that is a red giant. While we talk about what is inside the star, we forgot to talk about how a star is formed. Well, the birth of a star starts with hot gas called stellar nebula. Stellar nebula has a lot of hydrogen inside it, so together they round up to a ball called a white dwarf. The white dwarf is the inner side of the star that helps it grow and is the part of the star that stays alive. Eventually, gravity causes some of these clumps to collapse. When this happens, friction causes the material to heat up, which eventually leads to the development of a protostar, a baby star. Remember, stars are only the outside layer. The inside is a white dwarf that helps it shine. The star first seems black, but after 5 seconds it starts to glow. The reason it didn't glow in the first place is because it takes hydrogen time to combine with the white dwarf and then produce the star's gravity. The star will just float in space, and in a few hours or sometimes even minutes, a planet will be formed somehow, and then rotate to the star closest to it by combining with the gravity of a star that is pulling and pulling. That's the birth of a star. Stars always die. Nothing is immortal, okay? So the process of the death of a star is very, very dangerous. The death of a star causes explosions, dangerous space figures, and billions of life-taking away disasters. The process of the death of a star starts with the star's crust fading away. leaving only its hot gas and its white dwarf inside the star that help its structure and live. If it is a massive star, it will explode into a supernova that can crush anything from 25 light years away from it, except the zombie planets that cheated death. And after the planetary nucleus, the part where the crust comes out of the star, the white dwarf will stay in space, floating around and can't die. It will just float around because it is the last part of a star that will stay alive. If it is a giant star, after the supernova explosion, the star will either turn into a massive black hole, which can destroy anything, even a white dwarf and everything that is in its path, or a neutron star, which is a star without fuel and just a ball with something rotated around it. With it's the leftover of the star's light. If the star is a black hole, then a gamma ray burst will explode and everything in its path will shatter and die just like a laser beam. It will last a few hours or 5 seconds. Then the leftover dead stars and space dangers will just float around space, never ever die. Except for another star explosion or another death of a star danger, like a black hole or something. We come to the conclusion of a star's life cycle. We come to three subtopics. Number one, star life. Number two, star structure or star burst. Number three, star death. These are the life. These are the three main subtopics of a star. Now, after watching this video, I bet you don't want to be an astronaut anymore.